Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what it would be like to explore other planets in our solar system? One of the most fascinating destinations is Mars. But what if we could not only explore Mars, but also terraform it to make it habitable for humans? This is where the concept of terraforming comes into play. Terraforming involves reshaping a planet or other celestial body to resemble Earth, with a breathable atmosphere, liquid water, and a comfortable temperature range. Although the idea of terraforming Mars may seem like science fiction, it is a concept that has been studied in depth by scientists and researchers. The main goal is to create a habitable environment that could sustain human life. But how could this be achieved? One of the most important factors is the atmosphere. Mars currently has a very thin atmosphere with a pressure that is only 1% of Earth's. To terraform Mars, we would need to compress the atmosphere and increase the pressure. This could be done by releasing large amounts of carbon dioxide, which would retain heat and create a greenhouse effect. Over time, this could warm the planet and help melt the ice caps and release water into the atmosphere. This process could take centuries, if not millennia, but it is not impossible. Aside from the atmosphere, we also need to consider the surface of the planet. Mars has a lot of radiation and very little protection from it. To make it habitable, we would have to create a magnetic field to protect the planet from solar winds and cosmic rays. So is terraforming Mars a realistic possibility? It's difficult to say. We have the technology to create a magnetic field and release large amounts of CO2, but we don't know exactly what long-term effects terraforming might have on the planet. It's possible that it'll have unintended consequences that we cannot predict. But if we could terraform Mars, what would that mean for humanity? It would mean that we could potentially create a second home and continue to explore and expand our presence in the universe. However, we must consider the ethical implications of terraforming a planet that isn't our own. We'd have to ensure that we don't destroy any potential life that might exist on Mars. So should we think about terraforming Mars? I believe that it's important for us to continue to explore and push the boundaries of what is possible. However, we need to do so responsibly and carefully. We must make sure that we don't put our own interests above those of the planet and that we do no harm in the process. Although terraforming Mars is still a long way off, it's an exciting possibility that could change the course of human history. The only question is whether we'll be ready when the time comes.